L is replaced by Ls and C is replaced by 1 Cs. So after simplification, whole thing is coming as a second order transfer function. Now, since it is a second order transfer function, if we apply a step input, okay, our will get some output. The output will be some oscillatory in nature. Some oscillation will be there, but after some time, the oscillation will die down to zero. The oscillation will die down to zero. So from that oscillation, we can find out what is the maximum overshoot, what is the percentage overshoot, what is the rise time, what is the settling time, all such thing we can find out. Okay, but the problem here is that one practical problem, that we cannot apply a step input in practice, because if we apply a step input, it will rise from zero to some steady DC value. Once we switch on something, momentarily it will get one DC value, the DC value will be reached, and once the DC value is reached, okay, the some transient will be found, and after that there will be no more transient. The transient will be gone forever. It will vanish. So what happens, therefore, instead of applying step input, okay, we give some pulse train as output, a square wave pulse or a rectangular pulse. That advantage is, if the pulse width means the duration within which the pulse remains high. So if the duration of the high state of the pulse is relatively large, then in that duration we will find out the transient response, some oscillatory output. But after some time the pulse goes down and again it goes up. So when it goes down, again we allow the system to settle, we'll allow it to release all its initial energy. Again some oscillation will be there and the oscillation will die down. So there will be two types of oscillation. One will be after the pulse rises, there will be one oscillation, then another oscillation after the pulse falls. We will ignore the oscillation after the pulse falls. And if our duration of the low state of the pulse is quite high, then we can ignore, then we can consider that during that time duration, there will be no more transient response, no more oscillation. It will attain a steady state. The next time when the pulse rises again we get a fresh oscillatory output. So every time a pulse rises, we will get a fresh oscillatory output. And therefore, if we see it in the oscilloscope, if we see the oscilloscope, in the oscilloscope we see the output, then at every high state of the pulse, we will get the same transient response. We will get the same transient response, and from that we can measure the rise time, the settling time. We can measure overshoot, peak overshoot, percentage overshoot, all the required things we can measure easily. Okay, so that is our objective. Not only that, since it is a second order system, there is a damping ratio or relative damping zeta or delta, whatever you say, zeta. The zeta is in the range of 0 to 1. Now when it is less than 1, the system is under damped, we get some oscillation. When zeta equal to 1, then what we get? We get a critically damped system, no oscillation at the output. And when we get zeta greater than 1, it is over damped system. The system will sluggishly deliver the output. So ultimately, when we vary the damping ratio, we can get the different type of output. Now in our experimental setup, the value of L is fixed. It is clearly given. What is the value of L? You see our value of L is, it is given here. You see here, the value of L is 109 millihenry. It is given. We use it in our laboratory also, 109 millihenry. And the value of the C is 0.1 microfarad we use. So in that experiment, the value of L and C, they are fixed. So what we can do, we can change the value of R. Since our damping ratio or relative damping zeta is a function of R, it is a function of R, then by varying R, we can control the value of zeta, damping ratio. So sometimes the system may be over damped, sometimes may be under damped, sometimes may be critically damped, whatever we wish, just by varying R, we can do it. Accordingly, our response or the output will change. Transient response will also change. We will observe that transient response. Clear? So that is the objective. So we'll find out the, now also in run one, now the transfer function of the system is given here. It is omega square by s square plus 2 zeta omega plus omega square, like that. So that all these omega omega n, actually omega n, it is a natural frequency which is a function of RLC. Our zeta is also a function of RLC, we know, and we are asked to find out the different damping, the different overshoot for different value of zeta or damping ratio. The zeta will have 6 values: 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, and 0.8. Different value of zeta. And note that since our L and C, their values are constant, so how to vary the value of zeta? Simple, just by changing R. So we have to find out the expression of zeta in terms of RLC. Okay, and L and C, their values are known. We'll put them. Then just by putting different value of zeta, we can find out different value of R. Just by putting different value of zeta, we can find out different value of R, and that value of R is to be inserted in the circuit, and then we get the corresponding output for different damping ratio. So that is the observation. So we want to see the input. So one oscilloscopic probe will be applied, and we want to see the output. So another oscilloscopic probe will be applied at the output side, and our input will be practically a function generator. Okay, in our practical cases, function generator. So that is our practical thing. And then we'll also see the frequency response. Frequency response is what? Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. If you cannot hear me or the connection is out, please make a phone call to me. Okay. So that I will be alert and I'll start again. So now next thing is that there will be a frequency response. Frequency response will be there that we will vary the frequency input of the pulse. Okay, so how? That I will tell you later, not now. The thing is that instead of, one thing I can tell you at this stage only, here in the frequency, to find out the frequency response, we have to remove the rectangular pulse train. We have to remove the rectangular pulse train. Rather, it will be replaced by a sine wave, a pure sine wave, whose frequency will be varied. So when we vary the frequency of this thing, keeping amplitude fixed, then our output will change, because output will be a function of the frequency, because the transfer function is a function of S, and S is equal to j omega, so it will be a function of omega. So ultimately, when we vary the input frequency of the sine wave, we will get different output. So somehow a frequency response can be found. Okay, we can do all these things. But there are a lot more things to do, but you can ask one question, that how to do all these things. Okay, practically we cannot do this. In software, how can do all these? In software, everything can be done. Actually, you have one software with you now, that is the ORCAD release 9 software, ORCAD release 9.2. So I will show you how to use the software. Today our just discussion will be mainly limited to the just knowing the software, with the acquaintance of the software, how we get acquainted with the software, how to run, how to draw a circuit, how to run the circuit, how to get various output of the circuit. Okay, how to change the parameter and get our output accordingly. All these things we want to see. So already have that particular thing. So let's see how to use that thing. So first part you have to do, actually, you have to just I'm going to this thing. You have to just call your ORCAD release 9.2. It's capture CIS version. You have to call. How to do it? For different system, it can be anything. Just 1 minute. Yes, now. So I'm going to search here. Actually, for different type of Windows version, there are different technique. Just in the search, I type ORCAD. For your computer or laptop, it may be different. Okay, so ORCAD capture. So ORCAD capture CIS I am getting. So once we get ORCAD capture, that's a mistake. Just I am going to again. Just wait. It's not coming actually. I think it's because of screen sharing. It's coming, but relatively slowly. Just wait 1 minute. Okay, there is another way also. So better I just go here in the search. I type capture. Yes, it's captured CIS coming. Once captured CIS coming, now I click it. So some capture is there. But before that, one thing is that you have to create some user folder. So I have done it in the, so I have created one user folder. In the user, actually my technique of working with software is that for different type of application I create different type of folder. For Arduino related or microcontroller related operation will be Arduino user. For Atmel microcontroller, Atmel user. For MATLAB user. For ORCAD PSpice, ORCAD user. For Proteus, there are many other users also not shown here. So one ORCAD user is there. So all my program will be dumped in the ORCAD user. So it's already there. So what I do, so just I close it. And now what are the, in the captured CIS, what I do, I go to the file first, file, then new, then project, I create it. So go to file, then new, then project. Okay. So once I go to the project, now you see in the browse option, I have already set. It is my folder is ORCAD user. There all my program will be dumped. So if you click browse, accordingly your thing will be there. You can set it accordingly. But once you fix it, once it is once it is fixed, okay, once it is fixed, so now it will remain same. Next thing is that it will be analog or mixed steady, that must be clicked. Now when you want to use your software for the first time, sometimes it may you may get that in the schematic actually it may remain clicked. Please, you must ensure that things will not be clicked here. It will be clicked in the analog. It will be clicked in the analog or mixed steady. Analog or mixed steady, it will be clicked. Otherwise, you will not be able to run your PSpice software. So that is there. Now after that, what you do that you can write your any name of the project. So I write it test1, test1. You can do anything else. Test1. Then I just click OK. Can you hear me? শুনতে পাচ্ছ সবাই?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
আর স্ক্রিনটা দেখতে পেলেও বলবে আর কি, না দেখতে না পেলে, কারণ এটাই আসল আর কি, স্ক্রিন দেখতে না পেলে কিছু হবে না। So once you write the name of the project, say here test1, now another thing will come, a project window. They'll giving option create based upon an existing project or create a blank project. For us it will be always Wi-Fi. For us it will be create a blank project. Create a blank project. So it's create a blank project, so we'll start with the scratch. Once it is there, click the put OK. So okay, once you see OK, you see that some project window is created, something is there. If you click test1.dsn, actually this thing will be also open. Now I just maximize the screen. Now everything is ready. Now everything is ready. Our next task is to create a simple, I want to create a simple RC circuit. How to create a simple RC circuit? The thing is that first I'll go to the place. Note that all our circuit components in PSpice are organized just like different type of sources, voltage source, current source, okay, all a pulse source, exponential source, okay, pulse piecewise linear, so different type of modulated source, different type of sources are stored in one particular library called source library. So a library is a folder where different type of identical components, their descriptions are stored. Okay, so source library. Similarly, when you want to call various elements like resistance, inductance, capacitance, various components, some other components also, they are stored in another library called analog library. If you want to call different type of diodes, they will be stored in diode library. If you want to call different type of transistor, you have to, these will be stored in the transistor library. There are many other library, I'll show you later, don't worry. But to start with, we have to call some resistance and capacitance. We want to build one RC circuit, resistance and capacitance circuit. A simple RC circuit, it will be there. How to do that thing? So first I go to the place. So this is the place in the menu bar. See, have you seen place? Okay, the meeting, okay. So up, so place, then go to part. Now you see, for the first time when you use something, there will be no library at all. No library here. First you have to take the library in the design environment. So go to add library. Which library I want to add? I want to add, if once you write add library, there you will get different name of the library. I want to take the analog library because our inductance, the resistance, capacitance, they are all stored, okay, or not here. They are all stored in the uh, analog library. So there are different type of libraries. So I am writing. So this is the analog library. Analog. Either you can double click it, or you can just make a single click and click open. So you see one analog library comes. As soon as analog library comes, the various components are there. Now if you type R, either you can type R or you can search it. By scrolling the window, you can search it. So what I do, I just type R. So some resistance is coming. So just click OK. So OK, once you click OK, you see some resistance is there. I just paste it here. Click, mouse click, it will be pasted. Now you can click multiple times. Okay, some resistance is coming. Now I want to remove that resistance because we have already pasted our required resistance. I don't want to click it anymore to paste it further. So how to do? Right click now. Right click. Once you right click, then end mode. Then end mode complete. It's there. Once it's there, now so resistance is selected. Next we want to select. Any question? No. So now we want to bring capacitance. So place, part. Now I type C. Once you type C is selected, a capacitance is there. So I click OK. OK, I just click it here. I click it here, just and then there. Then I right click, end mode. So it is there. Now click outside somewhere. It is deselected. Now what happens? We want to, now for a PSpice, always for a passive element, our current voltage, everything will be positive when a current enters into the positive polarity of a component. For a passive element, we know current always enter into the positive element, positive polarity. And for active element, current is coming out of the positive polarity. Get my point? Just like in a battery is an active element. So for a battery, current comes out of its positive polarity, means it is generating energy, delivering energy. But when current is going into its positive polarity for a battery, it means the battery is being charged. So current goes into its positive polarity. A battery is being charged. So battery acts as a passive element. So when battery acts as a passive element, current always enter into its positive polarity. And when battery acts as an active element, as an energy generator, then current comes out of its positive polarity. Current comes out of its positive polarity. Clear? In PSpice, whatever it may be, active element or passive element, the convention is for PSpice only. The current always enters into the positive polarity, then only that current will be treated as a positive current. If the actual current is coming negative, it means it is not a passive element, it's an active element now. So here also, when we call any component, our left node, our left hand side node will be always plus by default, and our right hand side node will be always minus by default. Here also for capacitor, the left hand side node is plus, right hand side node will be minus. So current will enter always from left to right, then it will be called as a positive current. If the current comes out, then it will be a negative current. Now I want to rotate the capacitor. I click the capacitor, it will be selected. Then I, keeping the cursor on the selected capacitor, I right click. Once I right click, some option comes as rotate. Now click rotate. Now you see the capacitor is rotated. So I want to make the capacitor vertical because sometimes that happens in our circuit, you know. But one problem is there in rotation, that as soon as you rotate the capacitor, it is the rotation in anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise. So initially our capacitor, the positive polarity is in the left hand side. As soon as it is rotated anti-clockwise, then the positive polarity comes downward. But when we draw our circuit, normally our current goes from top, but top polarity is negative and the bottom polarity is positive now for the capacitor because it is rotated anti-clockwise, for which the positive polarity comes down. So we want to rotate again. So I rotate, say again, right click and rotate. Now the capacitor becomes horizontal again, but the again it is a 90-degree rotation and in an anti-clockwise direction. So counterclockwise direction. So positive polarity comes in the right hand side. So again I click and one more rotate. So now again it is rotated and the positive polarity is coming upward. So that is as per our expectation. So always when we want to rotate any component, better you rotate the component 3 times. Please remember, when you want to rotate any component, always rotate it 3 times. Otherwise, your output waveform may be just opposite. What you expect with respect to that will be just opposite. So you will be surprised why things are coming opposite. It is because you have not rotated it 3 times. The positive polarity is still at the downward direction. So now once the capacitor is there, now I keep the mouse pressed. Just I click it, sorry, just I click it again and then I drag it. Keeping the mouse pressed, I just put it down, draw it. So it is coming downward. Clear? So it is shifted now. Now click outside, it will be deselected. Next, what happens? What we can do? So these are the 2 analog elements. Next, we want to bring our source. There are different type of sources possible. Okay, our one type of source is that we are calling one sine wave first. Then we'll call our pulse or pulse trend also later. But first we want to call a sine wave. Or better, I want to call a pulse. Better, okay, that's better. So place, go to place, then part. Now, any type of source remains in a library called source library, you know, but there is no source library here. There is no source. So better I call add library. Add library, once I call add library, now I go to the source. Starts with S. So it's already there, source. Yes, it's a source library, see. Source, I click it, then open. Source library is now added. In the source library now I type V pulse, VP. Once I type VP, V pulse comes. Now note that for all the voltage sources in PSpice, it will start with V. All the current sources, it will start with I. Okay. So for sine wave, voltage wave, it will be V sine. For current source as a sine wave, it will be I sine. For a pulse source, which is delivering voltage, it will be V pulse. For a current source, which is a pulse source, it will be I pulse. So I starts with, when it is started with I, it will be a current source. When a source is started with V, it is a voltage source. So V pulse is a voltage source. So I click OK. V pulse, now some picture is there, figure. Okay. So something is coming. I just click it here, click. Then now right click, end mode. Then click outside, it will be deselected. Now this is a pulse source. Now if you want, you can click it. So can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I start. Just 1 minute. Just if we want, we can just click and just drag it up so that there will be some enough distance. It will be easy for us to put values there. Okay. Then click. Okay, just cancel. Again, drag downward. Then drag a little bit downward. It will be easy
Hello,
for
sir.
us to.
Hello.
Any question? No.
Yes,
So
sir.
our
Sir, এটা জুম করা যায় না স্যার?
Zoom. Yes. Just wait 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
This is. So what does this mean? Don't worry, I shall tell you. Actually, V1 is the value. It is the low value of the pulse. It may be 0, maybe something else. V2 is the value, high value of the pulse. If you think that your pulse will start from 3 volt and it will rise to 7 volt, then V1 will be 3 volt, V2 will be 7 volt. So it will rise from V1 to V2. Initial, for the first time, if you introduce a time delay, then TD will have some value. There. Now, what is the time during which the pulse will rise from V1 to V2? Here is the rise time of the pulse. It will rise. Now, for a rectangular pulse, we want that our rise time will be extremely small. It may be, we may give it 1 microsecond, 1 nanosecond, okay, 1 picosecond, something like we can give, even smaller, much smaller is possible. TF is the fall time of the pulse, the time during which pulse falls from V2 to V1, fall time. PW is what? It is the width of the pulse. It is the width of the high state of the pulse. How long the pulse will remain at V2? That is our PW, pulse width. How long our pulse will remain at V2? So that duration is called PW. And PER is the period or time period of the pulse. That is the time duration of V1 plus time duration of V2. That is the on time plus off time of the pulse. Total time is the period, time period of the pulse. Okay, so that is the particular thing. So we will give this value, but before that we have to close the circuit. How? Go to place, go to part. Now, sorry, cancel. Go to place, then go to where option. Where? Click. Once you click it, you see some cursor is changed. Across here is coming. Now you click it here. You just click it here and drag it, and then you can drag it. Again click and release. Again click and drag it, then just bring it. Or if you want, you can change the direction. If you want, you can right click, then that, then this. You can do that way, no problem. Just click and change the direction. Click and change the direction. Again click, downward. Click, change the direction. Click, change the direction. Click. Now I want to right click, end where. Once right click, end where. Now you cannot use it anymore. If you want to use it anymore, go to again place and where. There is a shortcut actually available in the right side of the screen. This is your part, place part. This is your where. If you click, same thing will happen. Now I want to delete it. Say click, delete. Press delete button from the keyboard. Delete. Place, because I want to make it regular. So place where. So I click and again this. Right click and where. Circuit is created. Click outside. But the circuit will not work until you press one ground, because all the voltages will be in reference to some ground potential. How to take ground? Go to place and then ground. Once you press ground, there are different type of ground, high source, low source. You just use the third one, output source, this one, our conventional one. Okay. Click it here. Then release, right click, end mode. No more ground. Click outside. You can get ground here also. If you want, there is a ground pin here. Click ground, same ground is coming in. No cancel. Now what happens? I take the where from this right side shortcut button. Shortcut where, it's where now. I click it. Click, release. Again click and release. Right click, end where. Very easy, very easy. Nothing is there. So our ground is connected. Now in PSpice, there are nodes. This is one node.
So
Ground is this one shortcut. This is the shortcut, or you go to place and select ground from that one. Once you click it, then third one, the third or fourth one, output source. So with a 0 it will come, that is our ground. Here. Today I will not give you any assignment. Monday I shall take one more class from 12:30. That day I shall give you the assignment. Your task will be just to make some practice. You should be conversant with the software. Then I will give you the assignment on Monday, 12:30 p.m. There will be a class. Okay. And don't worry, I will give you some a small tutorial also on PSpice that is written by me. Actually, it's a compilation, you can say, rather a short tutorial, so that from that you can start it easily. Okay, I'll send you after the class. I will send you over your group mail. Okay, so that is it. So now what I am telling you now, in a PSpice, there are various nodes now created. A node or junction point between the source V1 and the resistance R1. A junction point again between resistance R1 and the capacitor C1. Another junction point. So this is the ground point. So what happens? If we don't give any node name, PSpice will give node name at every node, and this name will be given according to the own logic of PSpice. It will give some arbitrary name according to its own logic. Apparently, it will be arbitrary to us, and we may not understand what does this mean and what is the node which is referred to by that particular node name. So it's better that we give our name. We give our name. So how to give our node name? We can attach any name. So we go to place and create, right, and click net alias. Net alias. Net alias, click. Then some text box is coming. You type anything. In. I am typing in. You can type anything. Your name, my name, anything you can type. That will be the name of the node, which is given by me, which is given by you. So I am typing in, then okay. So a box is there, it contains in. Now you have to click the left bottom of the left bottom corner of the box must touch the where. I repeat, the left bottom corner of the box must touch the where. So it will be somewhere here. Click. So some in, you see some in is there. Again, I click it here. In. Then right click end mode. So we are giving two node names. The names are same. When the names are same, it means what? Actually, the two nodes are shorted. So a current will flow from this node to that node. So the resistance R1 will be completely bypassed. No current will flow. No current will flow. Now, so we have to change the node name. Click it, double click. Now type out. Anything you can give, your name, my name again. Okay. Click outside, it is the type. So if we zoom it, you see that it is our in and out. Note that sometimes instead of wearing practically, what we can give, we can extend the wear little bit and can type our net alias. So for big circuits where there are a lot of connections, instead of connecting them practically, we can just use where. Some where must be there. That where must extend a little bit, a small up to so small extent. But the where need not touch the other where. The where may be floating, no problem. But if the name of the where here and the name of the here, where here, if they remain same, it is something like ferrule marking. It is something like ferrule marking in the connection. They will be automatically connected internally. So you need not connect it practically. Get my point? So if you want to call it again, go to place, again click net alias, again something will come, type new name and just attach it, then your node name will be created. Okay, so that's how now we are creating. Now we can change the value of the resistance, capacitance, all such thing. I click it. So it is, I am just clicking. Some instead of writing 1K, K means kilo ohm. K means kilo ohm. Instead of writing, I am putting say 800. So it is 800 ohm. If you 1 N means nano, nano means N. Instead of nano, so if I write microfarad, micro means U. I'll give you a material where all such suffix will be written. If I write say 100 microfarad, I write 100 U. You can write F. F means farad. But if you don't write F, it will be automatically taken. By default, it will be F. So it is 100 microfarad. 100 microfarad means 0.1 millifarad actually. Capacitor. So it's there. Now our values are given. Just click on the value. If you click on the element, a lot of other thing will come. So just close it. That will not be there. It is sufficient to click on the value only. Just click on the value. So only that thing will be there. But if you click on the component itself, then there a big window, something, lot of other things will come. There, click it. You have to put the value here. In the value, you have to change it here. So that's a cumbersome way of changing. So better I advise you to click only on the value. That is sufficient. For capacitor also, either you can click on the capacitor or you can click on the value only. Anything is possible. Because not only the value, you can change many other things. Okay, I am not going into those aspects. I am not going into those aspects today. Now, actually, next is now we want to set the pulse trend. Our pulse initially say it will start from 0, a 0, or you can write 1. Better I write 1 or 1V. You can write 1 or 1V means volt. Now V2 is what? I can write 6 or 6V. So 1 volt to 6 volt it will rise. Initially N or NS also you can give. NS means nanosecond, or you can skip S also. S is not required, but normally for time we give it. After 10 nanosecond, it will start from V1 to V2. Okay, our rise time, so we are giving 1 nanosecond. After 1 nanosecond, it will rise. Okay, better instead of 10, I give better 1 ms. M means milli. M means K means kilo. There are many other prefix used. I will give you. I have already written in the material. I will tell you. I will give you today after the class. So TD equal to 1 millisecond. Now it will start within 1 nanosecond. The pulse will rise from 1 volt to 6 volt. Now, how long the pulse will remain there? I assume that the pulse will remain there for 4 millisecond, 4 ms. Then what happens? We assume that the pulse will fall. How long? I am giving 1 nanosecond, ns. Within 1 nanosecond, it will fall from V2 to V1. Then what is the period of the pulse? Say I give the period of the pulse as, say, 6 millisecond. Why? What does it mean? Our pulse width is 4 millisecond. So pulse will remain high at the value of V2, 6 volt during 4 millisecond. Then 6 millisecond minus 4 millisecond. That is a 2 millisecond. 6 minus 4. Period is 6 millisecond. So 6 minus 4. 2 millisecond will be the duration of low state of the pulse. So pulse will remain at V1 for 2 millisecond. So total on time is 4 millisecond and off time is 2 millisecond. Total time is 4 plus 2, 6 millisecond. So that's how, if we know the frequency of the pulse, then frequency is 1 by period. Frequency is 1 by period of the pulse. So its frequency is what? 1 by 6 millisecond. That is 1000 by 6 actually, its frequency. Okay, so it is 166 hertz, something like that, I think. Maybe you can check it. So that is the frequency. So our things are ready. Once it is ready, what we
Sir?
do? Okay.
স্যার বলছি আপনি বললেন না ওখানে যে 2 মিলিসেকেন্ড ওটা লোতে থাকবে, মানে স্যার ওটা 1 ভোল্টে থাকবে নাকি স্যার জিরোতে থাকবে?
না 1 ভোল্টে থাকবে, কারণ লো মানে এখানে V1 টা হচ্ছে লো, এটা আমি ইচ্ছে করে 1 ভোল্টে রেখেছি। তার মানে হাই মানে 6 ভোল্ট, লো মানে 1 ভোল্ট।
ওকে স্যার।
এবার তুমি মনে করলে ওটাকে 0 ভোল্ট দিতেই পারো, কোনো অসুবিধা, 0 লিখে দেবে জাস্ট।
ওকে,
ঠিক আছে, তার মানে আমাদের সার্কিটটা রেডি। আওয়ার সার্কিট ইজ নাও রেডি, আওয়ার অল দ্য স্পেসিফিকেশনস রেডি, নোড নেমস আর গিভেন থ্রু নোড alias. Only one thing now remains. We have to create the oscilloscope and see what to run the circuit. How long we want to run? Say we want to run just for 2 cycles of the pulse here, say as an example. So our total period is what? 6 millisecond. Okay, and one time delay is there, 1 millisecond. So if we want to run for 6 millisecond period plus another period 6 millisecond, 12 millisecond plus one delay 1 millisecond. So 6 plus 6 plus 1, 13 millisecond. If we run it for 13 millisecond, we will check a delay time of 1 millisecond plus 2 cycle of the pulse. So how to set 13 millisecond window? This window is called probe window. Probe window. So how to set the probe window of the pulse? Just go to now the PSpice menu. See, it is on top. PSpice. Click. In the PSpice, you go to new simulation profile. Note that in the next thing, there is an edit simulation profile, but edit simulation profile is now deactivated. Why? Because for the first time, we are creating one simulation profile. There is no existing profile available. That's why nothing to edit now. So that's why edit simulation profile is deactivated. So we have to go to new simulation profile, click it. Once you click a new, it asks for a name. Now, normally what happens under the same project, you can create multiple simulations, multiple simulation profile. But we don't want to do that thing now. We are the beginner. So better I suggest you to give the same name. Same name. Our project name was test 1. Now simulation name will be, that is also you want to give test 1, same thing. But if you don't give, no problem. Or if you want, you can give sim1, better. I write sim1. So that is a simulation profile name. So we can create, we are creating that simulation name. Then go to create. Create. So our simulation profile is created. Once it's created, now some window is coming at the bottom. So click this. If you click, you will see that there are various analysis. There is an analysis type, this. You go to a different type of analysis, transient analysis or time domain analysis, DC sweep, AC sweep, bias point, different type of analysis is there. We stick to the time domain analysis now. Okay, stick to time domain analysis now. Okay, then we go to the time domain analysis. We want to run from 0 second to 13 millisecond. So we type it here, click it, just delete 13 ms. M means milli. So that is this. So that is our length of the probe window. The circuit will run from 0 millisecond to 13 millisecond. Okay. If you want to run from 13 millisecond to 26 millisecond, you give 13 millisecond in here and 26 millisecond here. No problem. So the circuit will complete running in the background from 0 to 13 millisecond. Don't think that it will not run. It will run, but the result will not be saved. The result will be saved starting from this time. And then up to that time it will be there. Sometimes it may happen that if you want to observe the steady state analysis, want to see, and the transient analysis lasts for a long time. Say the transient analysis lasts for say 10 seconds. Then what happens? You will write start saving data after 10 seconds. So the circuit will run in the background, but the data will be saved from 10 seconds only to up to certain milliseconds, second, depending on your specification given. Clear? So that's the method. And I will advise you to put a click here, skip the initial transient bias point calculation. Click, put a tick. Why? I don't want to explain this thing now. It will make the whole thing complicated. I don't want to explain this thing now. Okay? If time permits, I may tell you, not today, some day later. But for you, it is sufficient that you click it here. Just you must click. Don't forget to click it. Must click it. Then write OK. OK or apply anything. OK. Complete. It's done. Things are ready. Now we'll run. How to run? Either go to PSpice, then click run, or there is a run option. Here or here. We are running for the first time, so I write run. Click. Now the circuit is running. As after the run is complete, something comes in the denominator. Okay. So I click it. It's the running is going there. It's there. Something is there. Say it is. I maximize the window. Sorry. Just I drag it. Is that one? I run it. So it is 0 to 14 milliseconds given, but we are sorry. So it is already have given 0 to 13 millisecond runtime. So it's taking by 14, no problem. It's complete. Now go to trace. Go to trace. Then add trace. Trace is actually that plot we want to see. Trace, then add trace. Add trace. Once you write add trace, then we want to see what? The input voltage and output voltage. So you disable all the current. Click it, no current. Again click it, no current. Now our alias name will be there. Our alias name is, so V in. In means what? It is the node name given by us. And out is the node name given by us. So V in is the node voltage at the node in. And V out is the node voltage at the node out. So click it here. Once you click it here, something will come in the trace expression. Here you can type it or you can click it. V in. So V in is typed here automatically. Then click V out. So V out, then OK. You see some output. So green window means it is the pulse strength. So how long is the pulse strength? Pulse strength is, you see, a delay time of 1 millisecond. You see 6, 4, 2. So 1 millisecond is the delay. 1 millisecond is the delay. Clear? 1 millisecond is the delay. After that the pulse rises from 1 volt to 6 volt. Then pulse falls within 1 nanosecond from 6 volt to 1 volt. Then for 2 milliseconds the pulse will be low. Low means 1 volt. Then it will be again 6 volt. Again 1 volt. So up to 13 milliseconds we are running. And there is a, actually you see the pulse is rising, then falling, but the fall time is not too much. If we reduce the value of capacitor, it can discharge quickly. It will discharge to 0 value. I want to show you, if we reduce the value of capacitor, the RC time constant of the circuit will be low and it will discharge to 0 value. Let's see how. I close it. I close it. So I just reduce the value of capacitor. Instead of writing 80 ohm, say I write 10. 10. So it will discharge very, RC time constant is very low. So I run it. Run. Now click. So you see again I go to trace, add trace, then V in, V out. I can disable current and power if I want. Okay, you see. So it is rising, RC time constant is very low. The charging time constant is low, means it is rising to almost 6 volt, then falling, but not falling completely, because we have to reduce the value of resistance further. Again rising, again falling. You see there. Close. Now we reduce it further, not 1. I write it. So 10 milliohm. Now you see it will be again a very fast rise and fall. See what is the result then. Click. Again trace, add trace. Now I disable current and power. Our list will be shorter. V in and V out. Okay. So it's rising, almost they are same. 10 milli. Yeah. I want to make you habituated to the software. A last change I want to make, just 1 milli. 1 milli. Or simply 1 ohm I am giving. Better, let's see what happens. Let's see trace, at trace, power, current, disabled, V in, V out. You see, that is this. Fantastic. It is found now. Rising and falling. So that is our transient response. For a second order circuit, there will be oscillation. There will be, okay, oscillation found for the second order. You have to add one inductor. Okay. Note that if you want, you can put the trace cursor also to check the value. You go to trace and cursor. Trace and cursor, then click display. Now click somewhere else. So our cursor. Now you see in the right bottom corner here, you will get that this is our cursor. The first value, A1 value is the time. Next one is the value 6 volt, 6. So if you can either change the mouse it, or you can change it, the arrow keyboard also you can use it in your thing. So it is 6 volt. So you see that is 6 volt at 4.5568 millisecond. This one again you can get it. Now the cursor falls. The cursor falls. So it remains now. It's suddenly falling. Then it is going. So it is following the green colored trace. That is the way in. If you want to change it, so V out, just click on this. Click, just click here. Click, you just click here. Now your cursor will follow the red colored trace. You see the red colored trace. Our x axis and y axis. That is there. Both are there. Now if you, so that's how you can get the value. If you want to find out what is the maximum value of output, so go to add trace. Here you go to max. So this is the max. Say max of V out. Click max, then click V out. So max of V out. Okay. So our max of V out is shown plot here. The blue color is the maximum value of output voltage is 6 volt. So our maximum value. So it's the max. You click it here. So that is our blue colored cursor. It will follow always 6 volt. The max value is remaining same. So what I am telling you that you can do anything as you wish. You can do anything. Now if you want to delete it, click it here, push the del button in your keyboard. It is deleted. So that's how we can, this is called the probe window. This is called a probe window. If you want, you can go to the plot. You can change the axis setting. Now instead of auto range, you can add user defined. Say we want to check it from 8 millisecond to 10 millisecond. So you write 8 ms to 10 millisecond. Then that is our x-axis. Then the x-axis. Then okay. So from 8 millisecond to 10 millisecond, you are getting the data. Okay.
স্যার এটা
Why-
কোথা থেকে করলেন আরেকবার একটু এই জায়গাটা?
এটা হচ্ছে তুমি এই প্লটে যাবে, গিয়ে অ্যাক্সিস সেটিং এ যাবে, এক্স অ্যাক্সিসে আমি চেঞ্জ
আচ্ছা।
করব। আমি জুম করে দেখলাম।
হুম।
ঠিক আছে? কিন্তু
ঠিক
একটা
আছে।
জিনিস বেশি জুম করলে দেখবে এগুলো স্ট্রেট লাইন মতো আসবে। কেন? বিকজ দ্য নাম্বার অফ ডেটা পয়েন্ট সেভড ইজ নট ভেরি লার্জ। সেই জন্য দুটো কনসিকিউটিভ ডেটা পয়েন্টের মধ্যে এটা স্ট্রেট লাইন দিয়ে জয়েন করে। The number of data points saved is not large, so it is actually therefore going for linear interpolation of the consecutive data point. That's why you're getting something like that. But if you want to increase the data point to make a smooth curve, no problem. Close it. Close it. How to change the data point? So I go to PSpice, edit simulation profile. Okay. Maximum step size, say between 0 to 13 millisecond. If you want, you can get in that 13 millisecond interval. If you want, you can increase the data point to 1000 data point. So maximum step size 1000. So 1000 data point. Now okay. Now run it. You see the more data will be generated and curve will become very much smooth. Now I write okay. Just this trace, add trace. I disable current and power. Okay. Say it is our. Now I am writing. Say V in and V out. Then okay. Now I want to change the axis setting plot. We want to see say 8 millisecond to 10 millisecond interval, or we want to see 6 millisecond to 8 millisecond. You see that our data point will be very smooth. So plot axis setting, user defined 6 ms to 8 ms. Okay, you see quite smooth. Number of data point is more. If instead of getting 1000 you get 2000, it will be even smoother, much more smooth, much better. But the size of the file will increase because it is saving more data, means more memory is involved. Get my point? So initially for our case now, okay, bolo.
ওইটা তো স্যার বললেন স্যার, আরেকটা এমনি কোশ্চেন ছিল ওখানে স্যার প্রোবে একটা A1 আর A2 ছিল না?
A1 A2
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ওটাও আইডেন্টিফাই করলেন কি করে ওখানটা থেকে বলবেন?
probe।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ স্যার।
দাঁড়াও এক মিনিট, কোশ্চেনটা বুঝতে পারিনি, আমি দেখছি। আগে প্রোব উইন্ডোয়ে যাব, তাই তো? একটা অপশন হচ্ছে আমি রান করতে পারি, আর রান যেহেতু করা আছে, সিন্স ইট ইজ রান ওয়ান, ইউ নিড নট রান ইট, জাস্ট গো টু ভিউ সিমুলেশন রেজাল্টস। সো ভিউ সিমুলেশন রেজাল্ট ইজ রানিং দেয়ার, কামিং। আচ্ছা, এবারে আমি অ্যাডে যাচ্ছি, আরেকবার দেখছি তুমি কি জিজ্ঞেস করছো, আমি বুঝিনি, চেষ্টা করবো। সো ইটস ভি ইন, সো ভি আউট এন্ড ভি ইন, click it. That is the thing, the color is changed because I have typed v out first. হ্যাঁ বলো, what is your question?
আপনি ওখানে একটা প্রোব এনেছিলেন না?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, now I get it. তুমি যদি কার্সারটাকে আনতে চাও, you go to trace, then click on cursor display. তাহলে কার্সারটা যেই এসে যাবে অমনি এই প্রোবটা চলে আসবে, প্রোব উইন্ডো। A1 মানে হচ্ছে ফার্স্ট আর্গুমেন্ট, মানে টাইম, x axis. A2 means first হচ্ছে the value. So you see for v out, see I click it here, somewhere here, you see the value changes. The time is at 1.23 millisecond, the value is 5.456 volt. The value is 5.456 volt. And ignore other values, A2, D, just ignore them. I don't want to say this thing now. Ignore them. Just concentrate on A1 only. The first value is the x-axis or the time value here, and the second value is the y-axis or the voltage value here. And if you want to deselect the cursor,
স্যার তাহলে স্যার এমনি A2 আর diff টা কি এমনি?
কিচ্ছু দরকার নেই, ওটা ভুলে যাও এখন।
ওকে ওকে স্যার, ঠিক আছে স্যার।
দরকার আমরা সেটুকুই করব, মনে রাখবো। Now go to trace. Now if you want to disable cursor, go to cursor and display again. It will be displayed. No, it will be removed. Nothing is there. Clear? That's all about our circuit analysis. Okay. Similarly, now here, if you want, you can remove it and you can apply some sine wave there. So just I want to, it's clear, any doubt? I will remove it. আমি ডিলিট করব কিন্তু সোর্সটাকে। কোনো কোয়েরি আছে কিনা বলো। So I just click it and put del button, delete. Things are there. Now I go to place, this one shortcut, place, then source is there, I type V sine. It's click, now I connect it. In between them, just place it, click, it's connected. Right click, end mode. Done. I drag it. I just drag it so that it can be edited easily. Click, drag it down, done. now it will be off, আমাদের জুমটা এক্ষুনি ক্লোজ করে যাবে, ঠিক আছে, ক্লোজ করে যাবে, আমি এক্ষুনি আবার এটা নিয়ে কাজ করব, দেখাবো কেমন করে সাইন ওয়েভ ইনপুট দিতে হয়, ঠিক আছে। লেটস সি, now first we want a pure sine, no offset. স্ক্রিন দেখতে পাচ্ছো? হ্যালো,
Yes, sir.
ওকে, আর কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছ? ঠিক আছে, ওকে, ফাইন। So now we want to create a pure sine wave. So our V of it will be, sorry, yes, at 0 volt, 0, because it is the DC value on which our AC signal rises. And V amplitude, say we want to give an amplitude of 6 volt, 6 volt amplitude, peak value. And frequency, so we give a 50 hertz frequency. You can write either 50 or a 50 HZ. HZ means hertz, or you can omit also HZ, no problem. Things are ready. Now you want to find out 2 cycles of the waveform. 2 cycles mean, one cycle is how much? For a 50 hertz frequency, one period is 1 by 50. 1 by 50 is 20 millisecond. So for 2 cycle, it will be 40 millisecond. So we go to the PSpice, edit simulation profile. We want to run a number of data point. We want to make it 0, nothing. And now we want to run it from 0 to 40 millisecond, 40. That is for 2 cycles of the waveform. Okay. Things are ready. Now we run it. Okay, just a few seconds. Well, suddenly this is coming. Okay, now ready. Now we click it. Go to add trace, disable current and power. Go to V in, V out. So these are the 2 input and output sine wave. So 20 millisecond. Now what happens? Now we can change the value of the resistance. If we change the value of the resistance, we increase it, then some of the voltage will be dropped in the resistance and our output voltage will be less. So better we do that thing, increase the value of resistance. So this from 1, we make it, say 300. Okay, then click, run it. So once we run it, trace, add trace, then V in, V out. You see our output voltage is quite small because a lot of voltage is dropped across the resistance. Okay. Now if you want, you can draw the current waveform also, either in the same plot, better in the different plot. If you want to create a different plot window, go to plot and you can write add plot to window. So another plot is created. So ACL means this plot is selected. If you click it here, the ACL will come. Now currently this is plot is selected. So if you click on any trace, that will be plotted here. But if you click it here now, a cell will come. Now things will be plotted here. So it is from plot, actually go to add plot. If you want to delete the plot window, delete, nothing will be. Again I write plot, add plot, this created. Now go to the trace, it is selected, ACL. This plot window is selected. Now go to trace, add trace. Now I disable voltage. Voltage, power. Now it's a series circuit. So current through resistance, IR1. Okay. So this is the current. Note that. Okay. So our current is something like that one. Okay, our current, and there is a phase difference between input and output. But note that some transient response may be there. We are not sure. So better we increase the output voltage first, and we want that our transient response will decay down. There is some transient response here. It starts with 0. So we do two things. First, we reduce the value of resistance so that our output voltage will be somewhat higher. Second thing is reduce it, and second thing is here we just let the transient response die down, say from 60 millisecond to 100 millisecond. There are 2 cycles, 60 to 100 millisecond, that is 40 millisecond, 2 cycle. We hope that within first 60 millisecond, all the transient will die down. We don't know, we are hoping just. Click. Then, so it is trace, at trace, first voltage, V in, V out, output voltage. Now see from 60 millisecond to 100 millisecond, the phase difference is quite clear now. Now add plot to window. Here we want to plot current, at trace, delete voltage and power, only current, IR1. Okay. So you see that is the current waveform, and output voltage is, okay. There is a between some voltage difference between input and output. It is an RC circuit. It is an RC circuit means our current will lead the voltage. Our current will lead the voltage. Okay, and there is something, if you observe it, you can explain all the thing clearly. So that's how we are creating. It's a pure sine wave. So over the from 0 volt, it is about the 0 volt, it is oscillating. If you think that no, we don't want that, about the 0 volt is not oscillating, say about 1.5 volt it will oscillate. Then make V op equal to 1.5 volt. So it will be a mixture of AC and DC. It will be a mixture of AC and DC. So that's how we can create we can get all the required tools. There. And one more tool is still remaining, last tool today, before we complete. Okay. That here what happens, our frequency is fixed. Sometimes it may happen that we want to vary the frequency. Okay. So then instead of giving V sine, it is our V sine. So the type is given here. This is V sine. We delete it. No V sine. What we will do it? We are giving another part. Go place and part, or from this part also we can take. You type VAC. VAC. This is also something like another sine wave. Click, right click, end mode. Now, but there is a difference between V sine and VAC. What is the difference? It is 0 volt DC. It is not riding on any any DC. 0 is given already by default. Now, our 6 volt was our amplitude initially. 6 volt was amplitude initially. But here in VAC, this is not the amplitude. This is the RMS value. So what is the RMS value? When 6 volt is the amplitude, what is the RMS? RMS is 6 by root 2. 6 by root 2. Now 1 by root 2 is 0.707. So 6 by root 2 means 6 into 0.707 or 3.5 volt. So it is, you can write simply 3.5. VAC or V, you need not write it. Sufficient. So it is the RMS value. 6 by root 2. 3.5 volt RMS.
4.24 হবে।
Oh, you are right.
6 by
Sorry.
root 2.
Oh. It's 4 point, you are right. 0.7. So 6 into 0.7 is 4.2 volt. Thank you. It's a bad mistake. 4.2. 4.2 volt, or better I write it some V to give a sense that it is some voltage. V means voltage. You can give, you may skip it. That is the RMS value. But you see there is no frequency given. No frequency given. It means we can vary frequency. How to change? Here actually the steady state analysis will be possible here. No transient analysis will be there, only steady state analysis. So go to the PSpice, then edit simulation profile, no transient analysis. Click here and AC sweep analysis. AC sweep analysis, click here. Initially it was here, now we want to change it. So our AC voltage will be swept or its frequency will be changed. AC sweep analysis. So in AC sweep analysis, we are giving a start frequency and end frequency. And it's not a logarithmic frequency, you want to change it linear way. Fine. Linear. Say we want to give our start frequency equal to 0 frequency is not possible. So better we give 1 hertz, 1 Hz, or simply you can give 1 to up to, okay, say I am giving it up to 1 kilohertz, 1 kHz, 1 hertz to 1 kilohertz, long. And noise analysis is not there. And how many points we want? See, you want 1000 points. Means, or 100 points also, if we want to 100 points. So the input frequency will be 1 hertz to 1 kilohertz varied, and it will be calculated at 100 different points. It will be calculated at 100 different points linearly. So 100 hertz to 1 kilohertz with equal distances from each other. Equidistant point. Equidistant point. Then okay. Then okay. Done. Now we run it. Once we run it, now you'll see, okay, there is a thing, something is coming here. 0 volt, what does it mean? Go to PSpice, go to bias point, disable it. We don't want bias point. Then things will go. I repeat, go to PSpice, go to bias point, disable. What is the meaning of bias point? I will not tell today. I may tell it later, not now. I don't want to make things complicated in the first day. Just disable bias point. So no voltage will be displayed here. So now you click it. So you see 0 hertz means it will be from 1 hertz to 1 kilohertz. It will be displayed. Input. Now go to trace, add trace. Now our V in and V out. Input and output. So input voltage is fixed at 4.2 volt. You can bring cursor, trace and cursor. You can find out it will be cursor. So there, so you can check it. So this one, you see it is 4.2 volt already given. At any point, if you change the value of the cursor, it will remain always at 4.2 volt. And what's about this output? It is something like this one. You click it on this and change the cursor. Now it will follow. Our cursor value will fall. Sorry, just you click it here on this thing. Click. So this click here. Now click here. You see our cursor is there following. So at high frequency, our output voltage is reduced. Our output voltage is very small at high. Why? If you see the circuit, you just see the circuit is that at high frequency, what is the reactance of the capacitor? 1 by omega c. So when omega increases, 1 by omega c decreases. So its ohmic value will be small at high frequency. At high frequency, when omega is high, 1 by omega c will be low. So its ohmic value will be low. 1 by omega c will be low. Ohmic value low. So small voltage will be dropped across this. So at high frequency, voltage across the capacitor will fall. And very high frequency, capacitor will be practically shorted. When omega tends to infinity, 1 by omega c tends to 0. So ohmic value will be 0. So capacitor will be practically shorted and our output voltage will be 0. So it is acting as a low pass filter. So it is acting as a low pass filter. High frequency is rejected. We don't get any output at high frequency, and low frequency is selected. It is taken. But if you interchange R and C, what will happen? Then capacitor will be short here, input will come to the output. So when you interchange R and C, it will behave like a high pass filter. At high frequency, capacitor will be short and input will be available at the output. Okay, input will be available at the output. So it will behave as a high pass filter. From the transfer function also you can find out high pass, low pass, all such things. So the understanding of the circuit will be very clear, okay, if it is that way. Any doubt? So that is
Sir.
our বলো।
স্যার বলছি ওই যে ট্রেসের সময় না যখন ওখানে ভি ইন আর ভি আউটটা চয়েস করা হচ্ছে তো ওখানে স্যার ভি ইন এর জায়গায় আমার VN02525 দেখাচ্ছে, এটা কেন হচ্ছে স্যার? অ্যাড ট্রেসে হ্যাঁ স্যার ভি ইন এর জায়গায় আমার VN02525 দেখাচ্ছে।
তুমি কি করবে, তুমি কারেন্টটাকে অফ করো, পাওয়ারটাকে অফ করো, করে অ্যালিয়াস নেমটাকে, এবার শুধু অ্যালিয়াস নেমটাকে রাখো, জাস্ট কি বললি অ্যালিয়াস নেম। এবার দেখো কি হচ্ছে আমাকে বলো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, কারেন্ট আর পাওয়ার বন্ধ করে দেওয়া আর শুধু অ্যালায়েন্স নেমটা রাখা ওখানে তাও VN0।
ও তার মানে হচ্ছে একটাই, তোমার তাও দেখাচ্ছে তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
আচ্ছা কিচ্ছু না, আমি ক্যান্সেল করে আমি তোমায় দেখাচ্ছি। তুমি যেটা করেছো সার্কিটটাতে দেখো এখানে নেট অ্যালিয়াসের নামটা নেই, উড়ে গেছে। ইন, তুমি যে নাম ইনটা দিতে সেটা নেই, তোমাকে আবার প্লেসে গিয়ে নেট অ্যালিয়াসে নিয়ে গিয়ে একটা কোনো নাম দিয়ে দাও, ইনই দিতে হবে এর কোনো মানে নেই, ইউ ক্যান গিভ এনিথিং, সেইটা দিয়ে রান করাও, দেখবে তোমার দেওয়া নামটা ওখানে চলে আসবে। দেখো ইনটা নেই, আছে ইনটা?
না না না,
তার মানে পিসপাইস সফটওয়্যারটাও নিজের মতো একটা নাম দিয়ে দিয়েছে। এই নিজের মতো দেওয়া নামটাকে আমরা অ্যাভয়েড করতে চাই, সেই জন্যই আমি প্রথমে তোমাদের নেট অ্যালিয়াসটা বলে দিয়েছি। ডোন্ট ফরগেট টু গিভ দ্য নেট অ্যালিয়াস। ঠিক আছে? আর কিছু এনি কোয়ারি?
স্যার
হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার বলছি আপনার এখানে ভিএসি তে যেমন আপনার ভিডিসি টাকে আপনি 0 ভোল্ট করে রেখেছেন, তেমনি স্যার আগে একটা ভি সাইন ছিল ওখানে স্যার ভি অফ, ওটাও স্যার মানে ভিডিসি ওটা ইকুইভ্যালেন্ট না?
হ্যাঁ এটা ইকুইভ্যালেন্ট। আসলে আমরা কেন 0 করেছি ভিডিসি তে, আমরা পিওর সাইন ওয়েভ চাই, পিওর এসি চাই, পিওর সাইন ওয়েভ। সেই আমরা চাই না যে সাইন ওয়েভের সঙ্গে কোনো 0 ভোল্ট এই সরি কোনো ডিসি মিক্সড হয়ে থাক, সেই জন্য আমরা ওটাকে 0 করেছি। কিন্তু যদি এমন কোনো অ্যাপ্লিকেশন থাকে, there is any such application where we want a mixing of DC and AC, then you can make use of that thing, no problem. Things are
Okay, sir.
given already to us. আমাদের ক্ষেত্রে এটা লাগবে না, এবং বেশিরভাগ ক্ষেত্রেই এটা লাগে না। বোঝা গেল? এনি কোয়ারি? ঠিক আছে তো? So now
Yes,
I
sir.
want to stop today. Monday, just make conversant. I will tell you, make experiment with your software. It is a fantastic software. It is unlimited version, professional version. আমি তোমাদের একটা কথা বলি, সেটা হচ্ছে যে এই সফটওয়্যারটা আমরা ডিপার্টমেন্ট আগে কিনেছিলাম, কিন্তু কেনার পরে এটার দাম নিয়েছিল 4.5 লাখ টাকা মতো। তারপরে যেটা হয় এটাকে আমরা ক্র্যাক করে ফেলি, করে আনলিমিটেড করে ফেলি, আর চোরাই মাল একা নিজের কাছে রাখতেই ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করে সব বেটাকে চোর বানিয়ে দিতে হয়। তো আমরা সবাইকে আমরা চোর বানিয়ে দেওয়ার জন্য দিয়ে দিয়েছি, ক্র্যাক করে আমরা স্টুডেন্টদের এটা দিয়ে দিই সবসময়। নাও এবার তোমরা সবাই মিলে এটা নিয়ে সুবিধা ভোগ করো, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই আর কি। বুঝা গেছে? সো ট্রাই টু মেক ইউজ অফ দ্যাট সফটওয়্যার। ক্লিয়ার? নেক্সট ডে মানডে আই শ্যাল গিভ ইউ দ্য অ্যাকচুয়াল অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট অফ দ্য এক্সপেরিমেন্ট। আর তার আগে আমি এক্ষুনি তোমাদেরকে মেইল করে গ্রুপ মেলে ওই ইয়েটা পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি, ওই কি যেন বলে মেটেরিয়ালটা পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি। ঠিক আছে? এনি ডাউট? নো। সো নাও ইটস দ্য এন্ড অফ আওয়ার সেশন।